Welcome to the one person in the chat. Thank you. Please make sure you hit that like. I never know if that one person just me. I don't know. Hello, beautiful BB Nice. You working? Okay, thank you, baby. Well, it's been some shit on these streets. I tend to stay in my lane, and I'm still in my lane. But because I like Miss Dovey, I just want to do this video because I genuinely like her. She hasn't done anything to me. I don't have any beef with her. But I am watching everything that's going on, and I thought, well, I'm going to put my 2 cents in it. Where's my Queen Diva? She'll be here. So I'm watching not Pizarro's, I'm watching Miss Dovey live. She had a lit live, what they call a lit live. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know what they call a lit live. I see a little different, but I was over there basically the whole time listening to everyone on Miss Dovey's platform. And what struck me is what resonated with me was the word sabotage. And I don't know because someone wanted to keep, harping on the words, sabotage. And I get it. Now, I don't think if Jay Wilson said it or whomever said it, that they were wrong in stating that perhaps she could be sabotaging her event. And I'll tell you why. Because I have made, hey, Angela, good to see you, baby. Because I made the same statement. Diva and I was talking yesterday, and I'll tell you why I think it could be self-sabotaging and she's not aware of it. Do I wish her event any harm, or do I wish her event, to be sabotaged and she don't have her event? Absolutely not. I wish Miss Dovey would stick to her mind, but move in a different direction to make sure her event takes place. Because we all know, I've been traveling these YouTube streets as well as you all, and we know that labels are attached to certain people. And so we already know that the label of a scammer is attached to Miss Dovey. It is what it is. That's the narrative they spin. That's what's been happening on the streets, and I'm going to speak about it. So if you already have the label scammer attached to you, now, I don't know Miss Dovey to be a scammer, and if she scams people out of anything, I don't know, because I have never given anything to Miss Dovey, so she didn't scam me. Yes, I have made donations to certain people. I Cash App, I Super Chat, because I like their entertainment. If I saw a person in the rut and I thought I could be of help with a couple of dollars, I did that. Now, the last person that I sent money to for something that was happening in their life, and I thought that my little change will help, they said it was a scam. So now I'm very leery, like a lot of you all, to not give to certain people when they come out here with a personal problem and they let the people know, because they are seeking some type of monetary help. Now, hold on. Can you sabotage your own self or your own event? Absolutely. And this is what I'm going to say. This is my 2 cents, Miss Dovey. You are, in a way, sabotaging your event because you have been on a tour. And listen, this ain't no beef. This ain't no nothing. I'm just being honest. You've been on a tour trying to explain your event on people's platform that don't give two shits about you, who's not really rooting for you, they rooting against you. But again, is exploitation, is numbers, and so you are giving them the numbers now. But the reason why I said that you perhaps could be sabotaging your event, and I hope not, maybe you would pull back, regroup, rethink who's involved with your event, and after they no longer involve the things that's being said, once your relationship diminishes or whatever. We know how relationship goes here too on YouTube. You could be an enemy today and a friend tomorrow. You could be friends today and an enemy tomorrow. That's just how it goes. So in the Miss Dovey's case, the reason why I said yesterday that is perhaps she could be self-sabotaging is because she's going on so many people platform, and the more people and the more comments that you read and the more questions you answer, you become somehow discombobulated because you're trying, hey, baby boy, you try to answer everyone's question, and you are in some points, at some points, to me, you're getting a little confused and you're getting what I call frustrated trying to explain your event to people and the questions that they shooting at you. They purposely shooting those questions at you so they could find inconsistencies so they can have a narrative to spin about your event. And that's what's going on, W. You may not see it because y'all all hyped about the numbers and maybe the cash apps or super chats, whatever you getting when you do your broadcast. You're all hyped up. So you in the midst. And remember, when you in the midst like that and you hyped up, you're not thinking. You're just shooting answers. And there are inconsistencies in your answers. And that's what people are looking for. So that makes you self-sabotage, because the longer you go on all these platforms and trying to explain your event and you don't have things airtight, then the more people are going to look at you for flaws, and they trying to label it as another scam, allegedly. Now, I'm not saying you scamming, so don't get me wrong and start trying to drag me, which I don't really care, but I don't have no beef with you. But it is the more and more you talk about it, and you're going on people platform that don't give a shit about you, that they just there for the numbers, they not really supporting you, the more and more they trying to trip you up to make you look like you are scamming the people out of their money. And then what happens is it's going to evoke fear in people, and people are not going to want to come to your event. Now, I hope that doesn't happen, but it can easily happen because you're so busy trying to explain yourself to these people. Listen, go behind the scenes with who's ever supporting you, who's coming to your event, and talk to them there. Don't continue to go on platform to platform to platform, because most people are looking at numbers, money, money, money. They don't really give a shit about you. But you have some people who sincerely like you, Miss W, and they want your event to be a success. Like I really want your event to be a success, but I see danger signs right now. I see a little warning signs, only because the people that you probably think that are your friends or were your friends, they're putting a narrative out there that you're scamming, that you want to scam. Hey, Sassy. And so stop going on everyone's platform, because everyone is not for you winning. They may bullshit and tell you that, but the more and more you talk, the questions they asking you, they only asking you certain questions, like the toilet paper. Why the fuck people talking about toilet paper gate? You got to bring your own toilet paper. This is the toilet paper. If you ask the people to bring 2 rolls of toilet paper, you did it for a specific reason. If you go follow through with it, follow through with it. But everybody don't need to know. And that's why I said, when they kept throwing the word sabotaging, people trying to sabotage you, you sabotaging, that resonated with me, because I see the same thing. And I have to be honest with you. And your girl is in here, but you are self-sabotaging your event. And because you're going on platform to platform and you're trying to explain it, and the more you explain it, the more they throw shit at you, and you start becoming discombobulated. That's the truth. It happens to me. When you read the chat, and you trying to read the chat and trying to get your point across, you get confused. You get behind in the chat. You start answering shit that's not, that somebody said an hour ago. That's me. And I see it in you sometime. And I know that Sassy is there to help you. She was there yesterday, and she let you go. It ain't nothing wrong with that, because that's your platform. She's just your moderator, and I believe she's your friend, and she's going to look out for you. I believe she has your best interest in hand. But when these people, you go on these other platforms and they start throwing out like, is another scam. I went and I was reading some people comment on a post that was made on the content creators wall, and as I read them, it had to be at least maybe 10 people saying it was a scam. So now they trying to attach your event to a scam. So the more you come out here and be inconsistent in what you're giving to people for this event, they're going to label it a scam. And you shouldn't have everyone talking for you. Now, this is just some advice I'm giving you. You already know me and Diva. I don't know if you was around, but me and Diva went through one of these things. Thank God our event turned out nice because we was amongst friends, people who really cared and loved Diva and myself, family and friends. So the event went nice. We had a nice time, but it was after we had wreaked some kind of hell here. We had, people said we were scamming. So they attached scamming to everything. So this is what we did. We came down here. And again, just like you, Miss Dovey, we're trying to explain ourselves, trying to get people to look at us like, hey, we not scammers. This is going to, they don't give a shit. If they don't like you, then they don't care. The only thing we were doing was giving them more ammunition to label us as scammers by trying to explain ourselves because we came frustrated. And you're getting frustrated. And even though you didn't engage much yesterday, it was just other people engaging. And I know a lot of people was up there showing you love and stuff. And hey, that's fine and dandy. But you also had those in the background, that's not really for you, that's wants you not to succeed. And those are the people that will get to your head. And that's why I say you got to cut this shit off now. Stop going from platform to platform. I'm being honest, trying to explain your event to these people. If they didn't pay their money and they want the advice or want an update on the event, let them pay their money. Like you guys did say, you guys go behind the scene. If you don't know, Miss Dovey, if you don't know, Sassy knows how to do a private stream and you guys talk as a group. You got to get out this number shit because it's all about numbers and money. And hey, I know the game. I know the game. I know that's what it's about. Everybody's getting numbers, so everybody gets paid, right? That's how I go. Everyone gets paid, but they're getting paid at your expense. And I know that's the game, but you're losing in the end because if certain things stick in people's mind, even if they want to go, they're going to be apprehensive because all they hear is you're scamming them for money. You said you had the place. Now you don't have the place. Y'all show the place, but it ain't the place. So be very careful with that, Miss W. Yeah, okay. So be very careful. That's all I'm saying. I come down here from time to time and put my 2 cents in, and that's what I'm adding, Dovey. I'm for you. I'm not against you. But you have a lot of people who are against you, who will use you. You get on their platform, they ask them specific questions to see the inconsistency and say, see, she don't even know. She don't even know if you bring in 2 rolls of toilet paper, 1 roll of toilet paper, a 6-pack of toilet paper. She asked the people this. Then they start naming gates and shit. The toilet paper gate. I didn't even know what that was. I said, Diva, what is the toilet paper gate? And then she explained to me that you have requested that people or you asked people to bring 2 rolls of toilet paper. Well, baby, if you go into an Airbnb and you're paying a certain amount of money, you don't need those things. But it's always good for people to bring their personal belongings, and toilet paper is something that you could use. But they supply all those things because that's what you pay them for. That money that you're going to give them for that Airbnb should include toilet paper. So I don't know if you want to look at that. But then they talk about fish. Now, I don't know much about the fish. I don't know much about the event because I haven't been following the event. Like I said, yesterday I had some time off. So I went over to your show. And a lot of times, believe it or not, I'm in your clouds. I just don't drop down. I stay in people clouds sometimes and I just don't drop down because I know, for one, I think I came on your platform once and corrected something that was happening, but I don't get on people platforms because I don't fit in. And it's okay for me to be the odd man out. It's okay. I just know where I'm welcome and where I'm not welcome, you know? And I'm telling you, I'm giving you some genuine advice from somebody who doesn't want to see you fail. You need to scale back a little bit, stay off the platforms. Just do your thing, Miss Dovey, because if you don't redirect your focus right now, you may self-sabotage. And so when that word came up, I said, wow, I kind of could relate to what the person was saying. I didn't know the context, but I could relate to it because I could see that happening from giving out information that's kind of confusing. And then people purposely attaching your name to scamming will make people think, now this shit might be a scam, because I remember when I gave her money, and these are some of the things I thought. We gave her money for an engine, a transmission, or something. We still haven't heard about that. She scammed us. So I just want you to be careful, because I believe it could be a beautiful event. Everybody will have a good time because you don't need 100 people. And I probably at this point, just another piece of advice, I probably would stop advertising it on here. I would. Hey, Rita. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Rita, you know I love you, Rita. Hey, baby, I miss you. I just said that yesterday. I'm sorry I got so excited, but again, me and my best friend, Diva, was talking about Rita, how we miss Rita. But we know you're not in trouble, Rita. You staying out of trouble. Thank you, baby, for dropping down. You truly made my day, love. You know I've always had love for you. Triple Red, you too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sassy, of course, you support me. I know that. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. So, Dovey is getting a little bit out of control. It's getting a little bit out of control, and you need to pull back. And here's something that was a little disturbing to me. And oh, I know they about to cuss my ass out, but y'all already know I call a spade a spade. Now, I don't know too much about Misty. I have seen Misty interact and engage on some platforms. I have heard some words, some disparaging words she have said or wanted to call us black folk. I wouldn't fool with her if it was me. But if she was invited or she intended on going to your event and you allow other people to tell her not to come, now I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I just know when Misty did come up there, they chased her ass. Now I'm going to start cussing. Okay. They chased her ass away. Because you can't be calling folks nigga or nigga. I don't give a damn who you with. You just can't call us those names and expect us to be comfortable with you. And I think that's the position Misty is in. But oh shit, Triple Red. Let me get that off of that. I didn't know that was up there. Oh, you gonna start cussing? That's all right. You know, I'm gonna drop the link for you. You could cuss because I am. Because I know, Sassy, you are really looking out for her best interest. And I'm sure you have spoken to Miss Dovey about some changes that need to be made. So I just want to say that if you want an all black exclusive event, then perhaps you may say that, because it may be some women that's not of color that want to come to your event. I'm not sure. Like I said, I know y'all got y'all thing with Misty, so I can't say why Misty was cussed. I could say why she was cussed out. Don't get me wrong. I know what's going on. I ain't the airhead, but I don't know if you really thought Misty was coming, and then she's not coming. Cause girl, I don't know, but you got to be very careful, because over here, remember, we have women and men that's not like us. And when I say like us, I am talking about African America, black women and men. They're not like us, and they really truly support content creators over here. So it's a thin line when we start saying certain things or allowing certain things to be said on our platform. Cuss me out if the fuck you want to. I don't care. That's others that are welcome, just not that weirdo. Okay, so y'all got a thing for Misty. I don't know. Just not that weirdo. But I'm saying, Sassy, when certain things are said, people perceive them different. Now, I know what's going on with Misty. I've heard Misty myself, and Pizarro run her ass off her platform. But you have to watch what you say, because other people who's not of color may perceive it differently. Because I was saying, damn, if I was a white woman or a Hispanic or something else and I wanted to come, god damn, I might not want to come after this. But I don't know if Misty really was coming. I know she is the Lady Brooks friend, and they pretty tough. They pretty tight. Okay. But I just want, that's just a little advice, and I don't care if you don't take it. I'm still gonna wish you well, but I truly want you to scale back, get your shit together behind the scenes with your people and keep it moving. So what if you don't have a lot of people who's down with you? You don't need a whole lot of people to have fun. Remember, this is your event. You make it what you want it to be. We didn't have the amount of people we really expected, but shit, we had a good time. We really did. My sister enjoyed her 60th birthday, but you got these mofos who get mad with you on here. And this is where I say self-sabotaging versus other people sabotaging your event. They mad at you, so now they over on their platform talking about your event and talking, spinning narratives and talking bad. And like I said, some words and some statements people make resonate with other people. Let me read this right quick. I feel like Dovey event could be a success, but why keep talking? Just do it. The way she's saying last night she needed money to pull it off. When you doing a meet and greet, you have to spend your own money sometimes. That is true. That's true, Rita. Diva spent quite a bit on her 60th birthday. We had people who paid for their rooms. Now, let me tell you about an Airbnb too. I wanted to tell people this who's making, these negative comments about the Airbnb or whatever. I don't know what type of Airbnb Miss Dovey has reserved, but I know it should be reserved by now. I do believe I heard that. If not, maybe they could pick it up, getting it reserved. But we had a beautiful Airbnb, was like basically a mini mansion. And we had 3 beds in one huge room, and all of us had queen size beds. We had full size beds. Yeah, full size beds. Comfortably sleeping everyone. No overstepping each other. Our suitcases and everything was there. So if you go to the right Airbnb, what is it? An Airbnb, you have nice rooms. Nice rooms. So you don't have to worry about that really, unless you just don't want to, sleep with a certain person. But you guys will take care of that before you even get there. If you know Jack don't like Jill, you ain't gonna roommate Jack and Jill, right? So, and then if people staying somewhere else, that's fine too. Come over there and enjoy yourself. But every time you make a comment about money, Miss Dovey, I know, I've been on these streets up in the clouds. I know people are picking you apart about that. Why do we have to pay just to come over there and spend some time with you all, or to meet you all, or to eat? And nobody wants to give out free food, because food is expensive shit. So you do have to pay something. The price you guys come up with, that's your business. I don't have anything to do with that. But I don't want you to feel in no way, Miss Dovey, that I am saying that you are going to self-sabotage your event. I'm just saying that is a possibility that can happen. And I don't believe you're trying to, or you will, if you just will pull back now. But I know people want you on their platforms because you bring the numbers, the entertainment is great, but all money ain't good money. My father told me that when I was a little girl, and I understand it now. Okay? So I'm going to drop this link. Rita, I am truly glad to see you. And Sassy, I know you are in Miss Dovey's corner. I know that. And just because, let me say this, you guys, we already know how this shit goes over here. Just because you have fallen out with the person, don't mean you have to fucking drag them, or you have to talk about them, or you have to talk about their event, or you have to start calling them names. I know that's how it goes over here, but it's just not right, especially when someone are trying to gather up some women to have a good time. It's not right for you to talk down on your ex-friend or your friend, because I'm totally confused right now what friends are on here. But even in real life, what friends are. But that's all I wanted to say. You guys know I don't stay on. What Miss Rita say? Rita, I'm truly glad to see you. Just read my book. Thanks for stopping by. Exactly. Let me read some of these comments, okay? Just real quick. I don't stay long. I hope no one gets robbed. Triple X said, I hope no one gets robbed either. You know. And see, that's some of the shit that's going out, Triple Red. Not saying you, but then they start bringing this woman, what happened between her and her son. They're afraid the son may show up because they in the same area in which I guess they live. It's just all kinds of shit seeds they are planting, in people's heads. And you got to remember, we are very fragile on YouTube because so much stuff goes on. So, like I said, they are sowing doubt in people's head. So just keep it moving. Just keep it moving, Miss Dovey, and do you, and you'll be just fine. And even if I might not come, I still may throw you some change when I see that the event is happening, is really happening. I believe it's going to happen. I just would have to see. Oh, my girl coming up here to cuss me out. You cussing me out about the little white girl.
I would never.
White girl, y'all got over there wrecking y'all nerves.
No, I agree with everything you said. Absolutely everything you said. And I thought the same exact thing when it was done. And I wrote in the chat, listen, we like white people. I just put it out there. You know me. We like white people. It's just fuck right. Misty. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we put it out there. I did at least, because I wanted to make, because it was 600-700 people in there. That's not the image that Miss Dovey wants to run with, that she doesn't like white people or that there's an issue. And I don't think, although I, normally I probably wouldn't agree with Pizarro kicking somebody, or Pizarro and Kwani yelling at somebody or kicking somebody off. But there is so much history with this girl. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So I understood where that energy was coming from. And so did Miss Dovey. And that's why she let it happen. So she's not going to let anything happen on her panel that she doesn't want to happen. I think sometimes her disposition makes people think that, she's not in control, but she's actually probably more like a tyrant than on the other side of the spectrum, So
I believe that, Sassy. I'm sure, and I know that energy can't. Listen, I'm hip to Misty.
Okay.
But you don't know how many other people. She had 700 and semi people in there, right? She had so you don't know who else in that crowd or who was looking may have thought, damn, they talking to Misty. Now we know Misty. We know Misty says some disparaging things about us. We already know that. So we take Misty for who Misty, is. However, everyone else may not know who Misty is.
They may not. And if they don't, then it can be cleared up. But but this is the issue with this whole trip. Another thing is like, people are coming over because it's mess, right?
Right.
But you know who's normally in her chat. You know what I mean? Exactly. And so for those of us that have been there for 2 years, I mean, just not even maybe 2 weeks ago, I think I might be 10 days ago, Misty clicked the link and said, "Hi, you guys, guess who's coming to dinner?"
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And
so, no wonder they served her ass last night.
And so then Miss Dovey said, see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Miss Dovey ain't, Miss Dovey said, girl, you ain't the only white person. She said, oh, well, you'll be the one of 4 of white people that's coming. You ain't nothing special. Okay. Then Demetria clicked the link and commenced to cursing her out. Okay. Then she tried to say to Demetria, no, Demetria, it's a movie. But girl, check this out. You're not going to even believe this. Like, we don't know what that line comes from. Guess what movie she was talking about? She wasn't talking about our great late Sidney Poitier, honey. She was talking about. That's what I thought when you said. That's what every black person would have thought. That's why she needs to stay her ass up out this sector. Girl, she was talking about, but she was still making a racial joke because she does not know how to have a conversation with us without making it about race. But she was talking about the stupid ass Ashton Kutcher movie, which most of us never saw, which he was the white guy that was being invited to the black family's house. Oh yeah, I never saw that. Right. Well, I was like, most of us don't know that reference, but either reference, you make everything racial. Even yesterday, she did not say yesterday, hey, I'm so okay, Queen Diva. Okay, girl. That's why I was like, no, Miss T thought I would never curse Miss T, but she knows that. But I wasn't even talking about cursing her. I was talking about I'm gonna start cursing because of Missy. Yeah, because of Missy. Right. Even yesterday, she did not click the link and say, hello everyone, you don't know me, I'm Misty and I'm going on a trip and me and Brooke will be roommates, and that would have been a productive conversation. So then they could have said, oh, you do have a dog in this fight. No, this weird bitch says, I'm sorry, I'm cursing. Go ahead. Okay, this weird bitch says, hi, I don't have much to say. I just want to say I like you, Miss Dovey, and I'm just so happy to be. Girl, get your ass off the goddamn panel. Well, I did remember that part. Hey, moving right along, baby. I do remember that part. And I was like, oh, here go Misty. But then when I heard them say, again, see, Sassy, what I'm talking about? Yeah. A narrative could be spun. Absolutely. I don't know if that's a word. It is a word. That is not that no white folk allowed. Exactly. Yeah, I get it. People took it to other platforms, and that's what they started lying, talking about the girl had paid her deposit. The girl had paid one red cent. They talking about this, that, and the other. That I understand. I definitely understand. That's why I said no. Okay. I understand every single thing you said. I agree point by point. I just wanted to, give you that background of like, oh no, the reason why they went off on her is because the bitch just, like I said, 10 days ago, clicked her link. And Demetria went so bad on that girl. Then let me give you this tea, girl, because somebody just told me this, because I don't watch him. Girl, she got off of that live after Demetria embarrassed her. No. I'm mixing up stuff. She got off of Miss Dovey's live yesterday. Girl went to GX, whatever live. Girl, they kicked her off of there. She started crying and everything. I said, girl, why don't you sit your ass down with your black husband and your biracial son? Do you have something to do? Hey, Donna. Well, you know what, too? Like I said, because I truly, and Sass, I truly wish Miss Dovey the best. Yes. I just know we're in a climate that shit could change. If you keep talking and entertaining this bullshit, it will change, and the narrative will be spun, and you will have self-sabotage. That's right. Not knowing. Yeah. Because we see people on here. Now, I've seen a couple of content creators, to be honest with you, who have self-sabotaged themselves, and their platforms have gone dead. Yeah. Because you fucking sit there, you talk of what you're saying. People take snippets and clips just like they do on the real news, and they spin this narrative, and it makes you look bad. That's it. And just like you said, another great point. And I'm going to try to make sure that she sees this, because I know that sometimes she misses people, but this is such a good live for her to see. And she knows how supportive you have been, so this is what she needs to hear. But another great point you made is they keep asking all of these questions so that they can trip you up. and see like a bitch like me, it's hard to trip me up because this is what I do for a living. You see what I'm saying? So I'm what you say? I heard you. Let me address it. Let's move. But Miss Dovey, that's why I clicked the link, and I don't care about what anybody thinks about why I clicked the link. I know why I'm clicking the link, and she know why I'm clicking the link. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm clicking the link to say, wait a minute, hold up, girl. You didn't really mean bring 2 rolls of toilet paper. Okay?
Right. That's how you do it. You even do me like that, Sam. Right. You even do me like, well, Miss T, did you really mean? Well, let me help you. And I go, oh, yes, Sassy, that's what I meant. Mm-hmm. Because remember, we are women of particular age. Mm-hmm. And if you menopause, I want y'all to know that. Not that you've never been sharper in life mentally.
Of course.
But when you menopause, that shit switches. And I know it because I'm living it. Mm-hmm. I know what I want to say sometimes, but I don't articulate it well enough to get across what I want someone to perceive. So I see, hey, Purple Peach baby, moving right along.
Hey, Purple Peach, moving right along.
Styles with Tisa. So I know where you're coming from, but people will purposely do that to you.
Yes, they sure do.
Questions over and over and over, and then you get frustrated and start saying shit that's just not true because you start trying to appease the audience. Mm-hmm.
And now I don't want to talk about this subject, but I want to give you another example that's away from you or Miss Dovey, right? So I do not want to talk about this subject at all. But when Mama D, she was trying to tell the story about the young man and her association with the young man, right? And who he was, right? And one time she said, I think he's like 25. This is what she's saying. I think he's like 25 on somebody else's live. She said, oh, he's like 26 or something. Mm-hmm. And then somebody else said, and I didn't hear this, that she said he was 27. That doesn't mean anything for a 70-year-old. Right. That's the same damn age.
Right.
That's not a discrepancy for a 70-year-old. But they do that. Are they? Right. Let me ask you this, because it really pisses me off, and that's why I come to my women of a certain age. I come to their aid because I wouldn't want nobody doing my auntie or my mama like that. You know what I'm saying? When you know damn well your mama call you by your sister name sometimes, or she she has your birthday. All that kind of stuff. She called my mama lasagna, but she really mean baked spaghetti, and I have to fit whatever. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But my mother is very, very sharp. Okay.
Exactly.
So are they doing it on purpose to be antagonistic? Sure. Or are they really just that fucking dumb?
No,
that they really think that that's a discrepancy. Okay.
No, they doing it on purpose, Sassy. Especially you have to keep in mind the environment that we in, what it gives. So you can ask me. I told Diva yesterday, I went for this job at the bank, and it was years ago, and they had just started putting that test out where I believe they was, I guess, trying to figure your character out. And the same questions 5 times, but reworded it, right? So if you change your answer 5 times, it shows inconsistency, and maybe you're not who you say you are. Exactly. And for one, to me, I thought I answered the questions the same. I didn't see no damn problem with it, but I didn't get the job because of that. And it was said I didn't get the job because of that test. Sassy, what's the name of that test if you know what I'm talking
about? It's either going to be the DISC, D-I-S-C, or the Myers-Briggs.
I think it was the Myers-Briggs. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're going to ask the same question over and over and over.
Right. And so what happens is you're so busy trying to explain yourself what we call the politically correct way that you muck it up. And that's what I see is happening, Sassy. And that's why I said I personally see where Miss Dovey could be self-sabotaging her event. Not out of any, harm.
Malice on her own. Right. No.
But she may not realize it. And right now she needs to stop and regroup and do her thing. And the hell with what people say. Because the majority of people that's spinning narratives and talking bad and calling the names, they're not going.
At all.
Going at all.
Have no intentions on going.
Exactly. And then if you mad at me, you definitely go come out here. And this is where I don't get into this bullshit at either. You definitely go come out here and spin a negative narrative about me because you want people to see me in a bad light. So you could discourage them.
Just miserable.
exactly not to go. And
I just stay away from people I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't try to discourage them or put them in a bad light. I know that I'm not trying to say that I'm the be all or anything, but I'm just saying we real grown. If you don't like the person, just stay away from them. What's the big deal?
Ooh, that's how I do.
Yeah,
that's
just stay away.
Honestly,
Jeez.
that's why I couldn't tell you exactly what Jay Wilson said, because I really don't watch him, because
Me either.
Never, from day one, I have not cared for him.
I tried.
I
tried, but
yeah.
It couldn't, and I'm too sassy for him. And you know me in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm sassy. I'm not disrespectful, but I'm gonna say some slick shit, you know what I'm saying? And some people don't appreciate that, but we, I don't have no beef, but I tried. That's one person I tried, but I don't go in his chat to antagonize him. I don't talk about him. I don't talk about anything that he does, because we're not cordial like that, and that's just that. That's a great example for me, you know what I mean, to say it's okay. It's okay. Everybody's not going to like everybody. But for me to go in there and try to, how old am I? What do I actually have going on in my life that makes me that unhappy? Now, we can get off on all that, but anyway.
And why would I give someone a click and view that I don't really care for?
And I don't particularly like the commentary.
I just don't care for them, so I'm not going to click and view them. But that's my personal opinion. And anybody know from day one, when I hit these YouTube streets and I saw a couple of videos, he was just a person I didn't care for. And I understand that as entertainment, but also while we doing this entertainment thing, I'm not perfect. Please don't think that I'm saying it. But I also say there's a boundary and a limit to what the fuck we're calling entertainment over here. Excuse my French, because I see some shit that I just wouldn't ever call entertainment, and I stay away from it. But that's me making my adult choice.
Right. Absolutely. Right. And like Donna Hughes says, y'all forget the environment of the sector. Exactly. I know she's saying it facetiously, but she's like, this is what's going to happen. Exactly,
Donna. That's why I said, even though if we don't start out trying to, of course, we're not going to self-sabotage ourselves for anything, but the environment will make us do it unconsciously. You know what I mean? Not thinking about it. And that's why I said I really wanted to shoot this video to Miss Dovey. I know it's people out there who did videos or who will do videos and who spoke on Miss Dovey's behalf. And like I said, I don't think for 1 minute Miss Dovey is slow or nothing of the sort. I just said when you have an event this big, you have to be careful of the people you share the event with and the people that you are actually answering questions to, who's purposely trying to trip you up so they can say, see?
And I'm gonna be
she don't know where to do it. It's all type of things.
And I'm gonna say something else, and I haven't, I don't talk behind the scenes with Miss Dovey. I mean, unless you call me staying on StreamYard, you know what I'm saying, to talk occasionally. But I'm gonna say this and then I'll repeat it to her. But I do think that she needed help. I absolutely do think that she needed help. And I think that sometimes what people do when they reach a certain age is maybe they did something 20 years ago, but the unfortunate and fortunate thing about us that are living now, and if you're in your 40s or you're in your 60s, 20 years ago was a lifetime ago because of technology, right?
Ooh.
Okay, girl.
And
that's why I'm so proud of my parents. They try to keep up on their iPhones, girl. They be giving me, music lists, my dad's, up on everything. But because, my dad says, you got to keep your mind going or God may take it. Right. That's just what he thinks. Exactly. Right. But so the one thing I will say is that I do believe that Miss Dovey needed help, because whenever she did 20 years ago or 15 years ago, it's not the same now. And it's different when you're hosting something with your family and everybody's pitching in versus you trying to take it on yourself, So there are some details that if I was a busybody, which I am not, if I was overly invested, which I am not, I probably would have wanted to point her in the right direction. For instance, a deposit is an ongoing deposit, meaning $60 is due on May 1st, and then $100 is due June 1st, and then the remaining balance of $100 is due July 1st. It's not $60 deposit the whole time through.
Exactly.
You have to build upon the deposits. And that's the reason why the deposit eventually it becomes non-refundable, because you can't tell me in August after you paid your deposit that you don't want to go anymore. But I'm sorry, because the deposit is gone. The Airbnb has taken the deposit and the money for the room to secure the home. And so,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, so there are some things that I may have to discuss with her, because that it is out of order. But I also think that even though people are saying that they are trying to help, these particular people, they're always trying to help, and it always ends up the same way. And so you can't get upset when people are speaking negative, because you have a history. It's like people don't make up shit about Sassy in the streets, because I've been consistent for almost 3 years. You understand? You may not like Sassy, but you can't really make up no shit about Sassy, because Sassy don't be in no shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's different than somebody who every single thing they're doing is always ends up in a shit show.
Rita made a good point here, and this is the shit that bothers me too. Hey Jay, what's going on, baby?
What's up, Jay?
Let me go back to this, because you said something that perhaps maybe you and I agree. You said you didn't help Miss Dovey, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. You and Miss Dovey, I want to get this right. You and Miss Dovey have a tight relationship, YouTube ship, correct?
Yes, but it is strictly virtual.
Okay. Because I was thinking, well, why didn't you offer her your help?
Because I can't, because if somebody, this is my point, if someone else or other people are already involved, for me personally, I already know how that's going to go. So I can't have my name in that type of mess. I can't do it.
Okay,
So I sit back. See, I'm not as aggressive as people think I am. When I talk, yes, when I choose to talk. But as far as me being a busybody and let me do this and let me do, I don't do all of that. So I sit back and I watch, and whoever you accepted as your help, I'm cool with that. You my girl. You see what I'm saying?
Happened to me and Diva.
Yeah.
Happened to me and Diva.
See, and I if I was there during that time, I would have been watching it and seeing it, but I wouldn't have gotten into your business, because that's none of my business. I only mind the business that minds me. I'm just not overly invested like that. However, at this point, I may say something.
Yeah. I think now, to be honest with you, this is considered a large event, Sassy. And people who not used to giving large events, like you said, for other people other than the family, it does take very knowledgeable people who's used to event planning to put things together. Now, we call ourselves paying someone. We got shitted on. That's okay. I ain't going back down that road. We took the L for it. Well, we didn't take all the L for it, because this lovely lady came in and gave Diva and I back our money, and then a friend of the person, the event so-called planner that was planner for Diva and I. But we did get stuck, because if we had a true event planner who does event planning all the time, it would have ran a little smoother, because that's what they do, and they take control of that. And normally you sit back and they come to you and tell you, hey, this is happening, this is what I have. Hey, baby girl, what's going on, T? So I think to a certain point she needs to involve people, but perhaps, Sassy, you got to give some to get some. She may have to pay someone else outside of here if she thinks she needs that help. I wouldn't solicit help from YouTube, because we learned a hard knock lesson from soliciting people we really don't know on YouTube.
Right. But the other thing is that if you talk to people and you have their phone number, then you may feel like you do trust them. You know what I mean?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
okay,
What's like mm-mm.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I like
Mm-mm.
you.
Mm-mm.
I like.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I like you, Sassy. I
You
sit
know.
back and I observe people, and this is the truth. Other
Mm-hmm.
than my supporters and people who really support me, and I know by myself, is no one on this mofo that I would ever trust to do anything with me. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the goddamn fact. Because
And
of
let
the
me.
environment and because I've seen the things they do, I wouldn't be quiet, J Dunn.
Okay, Jay Dunn. What's up, Jay Dunn?
I wouldn't ask, no, I really wouldn't ask anyone for
Yeah, and
help with
everybody
me.
knows I don't like talking about people who don't talk about me. So I'm not trying to be ugly or anything. But I do deal in facts, right? And it's just factual that a lot of times when the same characters, when they get involved with things, it doesn't end up well. And I do want to say something about the tissue. The
Oh my
tissue has
gosh.
become such a big freaking deal, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. But like I just told Miss Dovey on Miss Bless panel, that was Miss Dovey's fault, because
Yep.
people were in the chat talking about hand sanitizers and masks and this and that. And she was trying, just like Miss T said, she was trying to answer every
Oh,
single person.
gotcha. Question.
It was just ridiculous. And I'm like, girl, you got to come on now. And the bottom line is she should have just said, if we need more toilet paper, I'll go to Walmart. It's $13 for a pack of 12 double roll. It's not a big deal, but she
Right.
went on and on and on. You guys should bring two, and then maybe, but
See, right.
that's part of how she communicates. It wasn't a big deal to her. She was just trying to, in her communication, sometimes she starts to ramble instead of, like I said, if you're a person who communicates like me, like I'll probably start cursing out the chat. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Toilet paper.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And I don't care. Like, cause that's a dumbass question to me. I'm not going to explain no goddamn toilet paper, because for
Right.
me personally, I'm probably going to buy paper. I'm a paper goods girl. Okay. I got to have my paper plates, cause I'm not going to be washing after all of you hoes.
Right.
I'm going to buy paper plates, paper towels, paper plasticware, toilet paper, all of that. Or if one of my sponsors asks me, I'm gonna say, yeah, that you could probably get enough for the
Right.
household for $50-$60. One of
Right.
my sponsors wants to know what they can do with their $60. I'm gonna tell them.
Right.
So, so sometimes it's the way that your mind thinks. Um, it's the way, and even the tampons. That was all about her trying to explain that people need to be
Bring
responsible
it
for
right.
their own things,
Personal stuff. Right.
personal
Right.
stuff.
Right.
But versus her just saying that, she got, like Miss T says, when you start answering question after
Yep.
question. So you guys might have only heard her one time on Tracy, or somebody else only heard her one time on Jay Wilson. But she has said it 5 times, one time on Pizarro,
Yeah.
2 times in her own chat. Then that's 5 times that somebody has said something in 2 days and they start getting pissed.
Woo!
They
Jesus.
start yelling and shit and just bring your own goddamn
Yeah.
tampon.
Oh, yeah. 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 So, yeah. So, right. I gotta agree with you, Sassy. I think sometimes we jokingly and for entertainment purposes say things and make all these gates. The toilet paper gate, the camera gate, the NDA gate, the gate, and it's for entertainment purposes. But again, those words sometimes will resonate with people who's not used to it and can cause your function to not go so well. So that's
true.
all I'm saying. I
So
want
true.
Miss Dovey to be very careful. But I know she have good supportive people, and I know you will talk to her, Sassy. I do believe in my heart of hearts that you have her best interest at heart. So she will listen to you. But with an event like this, she really do need a planner because it can become so big that she can't handle it by herself.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Or she needs to, I mean, there's even tools probably on YouTube and Google. I'm not sure if she's, aware, but that will tell you, give you a checklist. And so, I think hearing you talk, and like I said, I just wanted to stay out of it. I knew I was
Yeah.
going.
I got you.
But
I
I
got you. And you
probably
know
will.
what? I picked up on everything you said. Let me tell you something. I'm not slow at all.
At
I picked
all.
up on everything you said, and you're right. Sometimes you just have to back away from it and let
Yeah.
a person do their thing and find out for them own selves. Because when shit goes wrong here, they
Oh,
quick to blame
girl.
other people, but they surely gonna let you know
Mm-hmm.
who did it. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
fact, you
And
know.
if they start talking about sassy honey, it's gonna be, baby, the bougie gloves are coming off because
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
I heard your mouth. I heard your mouth the other day, baby. I said, "Oh my, clutch my pearls." Was that sassy? Shit, that was a quick, good cuss
Girl,
out. Yeah,
girl, I can't stand it. All
yeah.
right, thank you so much. It's always a
Thank you so
pleasure.
much, Sassy, and thank you for always helping myself out and Miss Dobie. We are women of
Always.
particular ages,
My
and
girls of a
I don't.
particular age, I got y'all bizac. Okay.
Thank you, baby girl. Be good.
Bye,
Much love
chat.
to you,
Okay,
Sassy.
see you soon on the street. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah, I may not drop down the streets, but you guys, I was really sincere about what I said. I appreciate Sassy coming over here, and I wish Miss yeah, she's classy, but she's sassy. She damn sure is, Peach. That cuss out the other day. I was like, whoa. Diva and I both was like, sassy. But I don't know. Yeah, we just have to watch what we say about people in the environment. I hope Miss Dobie doesn't take this wrong and cuss me out. I hope other content creators or whomever may see this video, cuss me out because, like I said, I add my 2 cents. I'll say what I have to say, and I get back to my regular scheduled program. And it's not a bunch of bullshit. Y'all already know that. But hey, I'm glad you guys joined me today. I know it's so much tea and so much hot stuff going on out there. I appreciate you guys stopping by, spending this time with me. I greatly do. Please make sure you hit the like and thank you. Please hit the like and thank you. Donna Hughes, thank you for stopping by, baby. Haven't seen you in a long time. Styles with Tisa. Tisa, I see you rocking. I see you rocking with those outfits. MJAK, always support me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys, and what I said, and Rita, of course, my love. What I said earlier is some for real shit. I used to be really, really sharp. And I'm pretty sharp now, but I'm more hands on than when I used to read and understand a lot, and it started happening after our menopause. So when you are a lady of a particular age, yes, some people still keep their sharpness and some people lose it. And so it's good when we do really on, serious note, help each other out, you know. But again, I'm about to get on out here. I normally don't stay past an hour. I was so excited to see Rita. They probably thought I had just won the goddamn going lottery. But it's good to see you, Rita. I'm glad you're doing well, baby, because I had just told them yesterday that I was definitely going to IG you or email you to check up on you and the babies. Yep. Be safe out there, you guys. I'm about to get out of here. I'll drop the link one more time, but I think we all finished up with this. I don't want to beat on a dead horse, you know. Sorry, y'all. God dang it. Okay. I think you still got it, W2. Oh, thank you. I just don't understand when she speeds it up. But you know what? I started rambling too and speed up. And I tell you, being a content creator, you cannot look at the chat. You don't know how many times that my number one girl have told me, Tiva, you were so behind. I'm answering questions that somebody asked an hour ago or something like that. So it's pretty difficult. And sometimes Miss Dovie sit there and she just allow everything to happen, and she just sometimes she sit there like, what is really going on? I don't know, but I'm gonna let it go on because that's entertainment to her audience, and that's a good thing. Well, I'm gonna play my music and get out here. Anybody have any questions for me? Donna Hughes, it was good to see you, baby. I know you be around. Let me tell y'all something. On my off days, sometimes I sit up in the clouds. I am having one hell of a time editing this. I know the editing app. It's just that I can't get the voiceovers right. I just can't do it right. I have to keep starting over and over and over. And that's because sometimes I believe that my articulation gets lost in what I'm trying to say. I don't articulate it well, and I don't want to come across. But one thing I've learned about YouTube, and again, I spoke to my sister about this. When you are genuine and people like you, they like you. You don't have to come on there in front for nobody. You don't have to believe. You don't have to make people think you speak proper English. You have this. You have that. They like you. They connect with your personality. So I need to remember that when I'm doing some of these uploads, because they'll get better. But if I just keep wasting time on a specific upload, keep trying, it's like, damn, you ain't gonna get it. Just put it away, T, and come back to it. And that's what I started doing. Today I was doing an upload on something that I had gotten last week, and I just keep doing it over and over because I keep hearing mistakes. I'm not pronouncing the words right. I said, so I said, forget it. Just put that shit away and come back another day and do it. I be around mostly at the place you don't go to. Oh, okay, love. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't have no beef or problem with people, but some people, when I say I don't watch, I really don't watch them. There's no need for me to watch them. I don't like them. I don't like something about them, should I say. I don't know them personally, but their persona or character who they portray on here, I don't care much about. So I don't visit a lot of these people. Thank you. I love you too, Clyde. I appreciate you. Miss T, I be enjoying the crime stories. Did they find out any more info about the child's father who sound like he's making it up? Nope. In fact, Rita, I told him about Ariana Taylor. Her mother just buried her, love. She didn't request a second autopsy. I don't think she investigated further, and that could have gave her closure and peace. Who are we to say she should have done something different, or harp on it? Like I said, I would have gotten a second autopsy because I don't believe it was an accident. Perhaps they made it look like an accident, but who's to say her mother could afford it? And this Felicia Jackson one, another thing. This Felicia Jackson one is another story that you could go, Felicia Johnson, you could go down the rabbit hole with. Something is not right. Something is not right. And they are snatching our girls up, killing them by the dozens, whether you know it or not. If I was sharp with this editing and I had help, I could run these stories, boom, boom, boom. That's how much is happening in our communities, and we're not even aware of what's going on because we're focusing on the wrong shit that's not a priority to us. Missing children, exploited children, and murdered children, and women and men of color. We should have those mofos address that, stay up in their face, keep it on the forefront, because you never know. And I pray it never happens to any one of us. You never know when it's your loved one. Because this shit is getting deep. I don't know what they doing. I don't know if they harvesting our organs. I don't know if they sex trafficking us. I don't know. But every day is at least 10 stories I could run. That's a lot. I don't know, because the mom didn't get the autopsy. Well, she didn't get a second autopsy. Now, listen, when you get even a preliminary autopsy, that's just like a basically glance and say, yeah, I could believe this happened due to an accidental, an accident or a blow to your head, something like that type of trauma. But when you go out and get your own personal autopsy, and you know that your child organs was there, and that something happened, then you know what's fact. They could make up anything when they covering up for certain shit, And so I wished her mom would have, but again, perhaps she didn't have the money, or she just wanted closure. Maybe she did find out what happened to her daughter and she didn't want to do it. I don't know. I really don't know. I just know I believe it was foul play. And her mother started out believing that too. Right, and they talked to the owner in the strip club. They saying they never seen her come in. See, but it was some inconsistencies in that too, Rita, in this Felicia Johnson story, because the man said she could have been there, but we didn't see her. The people he spoke to, the lawyer, of course, the lawyer is representing their client, which is the strip club. Of course, he's going to say things that benefits the strip clubs, but he was inconsistent with his story as well. But he's protecting his clients. That's what it is. That's what they pay you for. He's protecting his clients. But is some other stuff going on too, Rita. I don't know. Like I said from yesterday, I was saying I feel in my heart that perhaps her father do know what's going on. I don't know if he's being set up. Was he involved? Maybe he was down there with her and decided it was good to go work at that club. And I don't know if he has knowledge, if anyone took that girl and didn't come back, because we all know when you're out there in the streets is a possibility that you may not return, if you know what I'm talking about. You might think you're just going to do a $250 job and you don't return. That's what I'm talking about when I said if they took her and kept it moving or did something else with her. I don't know, but it's strange. It is real strange. Like I said, I think the rabbit holes go deep. The rabbit hole goes deep with this one because it was said, and all this is allegedly, you guys, allegedly her father and her good friend Hazel was the one who took her to the strip club. So I don't know. Allegedly, that's what happened. So is it a trick that went bad? And so if I'm a parent and I was into my daughter, probably, stripping, prostitution, because it's a job. I'm being real for you. I'm being real with you. And plenty of people have that type of job, right? I'm not knocking you. That's what you chose to do to make your bag. But if it's a strip club or something like that, then perhaps she was going on a little date, and I'm trying to say it as nice as possible, but she didn't return, and now you feel like shit because you allowed that date to happen. Right? I don't know, you guys. Like I said, it just seems kind of wicked. It seems kind of wicked to me, so I don't know. I do believe that something weird is going on, though. I do. I think the father know what's happening, and perhaps he's not telling it. But you guys, I have enjoyed you all. I have to finish up my dinner. You went to Ratchet TV? I know Ratchet. You know what, Rita? Ratchet TV has access to a lot of those people's social media and emails, correspondence between people. I don't know how he get that shit, but he been around for a long time. And now for some reason, when I watched him the other night, he seems to think that perhaps he swayed a little bit. That's why I talk about when you spin in the narrative, how a person could believe one thing, but then if you keep spinning the narrative, you start putting that thought in their head. That's what television is about. That's what social media is about, making people believe you and your story and your point of view. So narratives is being spun. And so I don't know. Hey, Tony Tone, what's going on, baby? I think now he believed perhaps the Cornell X guy has set the father up allegedly. So I don't know. Like I said, it's something strange going on, Rita. You're right. It's something strange. And in my heart of hearts, I don't believe they'll ever find her or ever find out what happened. That girl could be trafficked to kid. How you know that word, trafficked to? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Or you don't trust Ratchet TV? Why, Blackberry? Speak your piece over here. You saw me on Ratchet TV. Girl, don't tell everybody, Tony. I was nervous because I don't get on platforms, and then you can't really hear when I'm trying to watch the TV and be on my cell phone too. Why you don't trust him, Blackberry? He has a popping show. Listen, people gonna make shit happen the way they want it to happen, you guys. It's not for us to do I trust everything? Nah, I don't trust everything, but it's good entertainment, and I think the brother do get a lot of help from people and they give him stuff, or he spends his day researching it, something time I don't have. Why you laughing, Tony? I was all nervous and shit. We were both surprised when he said the cousin's girlfriend found the phone. See what I mean? First, they start out saying, Rita, this is one, like I said, if you keep talking or you keep listening, but the more you hear people, some shit just don't sound right. Now, he said the other day that the cousin found the phone and gave it to the detectives, right? The father said he hired a private PI, and the PI found the phone and gave it to the father. That's where I was confused too. And I said in the chat, I said, now, did the cousin have the phone or the father have the phone? That's why I think it's some other shit going on, Rita, because they spinning a narrative to make it look like they don't have anything to do with it, like the father and the friend is not involved. And I'm thinking a little different. You think he spins narratives? Don't we all spin kind of narratives though, Blackberry? Are you a content creator? And I'm not saying this being rude, but the father said they found it with blood on. But the father said that the father said the PI that he hired found the phone the other night. I guess, was that a text message, Tony? Were they text messages or were they some phone conversations? Remember, he showed conversations between people, because where did he get that the cousin thought that the cousin found the phone and gave it to the father? Okay, baby, where did he get that from? I was like, well, wait a minute. I even said in the chat, I thought the father PI found the phone and turned it over to the father, and it had specks of blood. It went from being specks of blood to covered in blood. I am like, that's why I said, Rita, I think something fishy going on. In my heart of hearts, I do believe that is some key players in this, and they know what's happening. And I think perhaps the father may be one, or maybe they duped the father. They could have duped the father, and he went on what someone else said. I don't know, because if you hired a private PI, most likely you would listen to the private PI, or you would gain the information that the private PI has and the evidence. Then they threw a tablet in there. Tony, you remember the tablet? I'm like, now they ain't said nothing about the tablet. This story been like 2 weeks old. People been covering it. Now, where the hell did the tablet come in? Remember they said they had the phone and the tablet and turned it over to law enforcement? Tony, you remember that? He did have a lot of receipts. Blackberry said he spit a narrative, but Blackberry, he produces a lot of receipts. But now they look legit to us. We have seen, being in this environment, that people make up receipts too. Shit. So we don't know what to believe, But I don't know where the tablet came into play at. I don't know. Yeah, you would have to go back and watch it, because I was like, now when did the tablet come into play? I'm so confused. Now, did the attorney look suspect and like he was protecting his client? Yeah, to a certain extent. Do I believe that girl was in that establishment? Yes, I do, to a certain extent. Do I believe they know that she got in the car with everybody when the Uber didn't come late? No, I believe that's a made-up story to cover somebody. And those people are scripted when they speak to law enforcement and other people. When you work in those clubs and stuff, they tell you what to say and what not to say. So I think that was scripted. I don't believe the girl ever called for an Uber. and somebody offered her a ride. There was some foul shit happen. I believe that the girl got in somebody's car and didn't return, point blank, period. Now, if she's out there being trafficked, I think that's it. I have a tough time with that word. Or is she no longer amongst us? I don't know the answer. And I don't think we'll ever know the answer. Just like the other stories. Soon, they'll just brush that aside and it'll become a cold case. And that's the sad thing about it. It'll become a cold case. The NamUs report also says she was last seen at her hotel. Right. That's what I don't believe. Some of this stuff I don't believe because they had a picture of a car or a vehicle by the hotel and they said that was her hotel. So that's what leads me to believe, allegedly, that she may have gotten in the car with a trick and the trick didn't return her. It didn't go as well as they normally go. I'm not saying that's what happened. I said it leads me to believe that allegedly, I don't know these people. I don't know what's to be facts, but I do think, Rita, it's some shady shit going on here. Yep, I do. I think it's something shady. I think that girl went there. Someone took her there with work in mind. And if I can't get hired at the club, then let me go make a couple of dollars somewhere else. And that somewhere else didn't turn out too well for her. Yo, I'm about to drop the link one more time. If somebody want to come up here, we could talk about this or we could talk about whatever, because I got time today. But not really. I need to go finish cooking. I made some oxtails. I love oxtails. Anybody in here eat oxtails? I like oxtails. I do. But anywho, so no one is coming up. I'm going to play my theme song and get out of here. Again, it was a pleasure to be amongst you all. I greatly appreciate it. Please hit that like button. And Rita, I have much love for you. And they could say what the hell they want, but I will be there to meet you, Rita. Rita, you go to the casino? Because I be up there at that casino. Yes, he was acting crazy when they asked about the mom. But then we see the supposedly mom at her graduation with him. You know what I thought at one point, you guys? Don't think I'm crazy, but look closely. I was thinking, oh yeah, Blackbird. I was thinking, is it possible perhaps her dad has a twin and that could have been the uncle? I don't know. You just your head start to spinning. You start thinking all kinds of crazy shit. I was thinking when they said, well, that don't look like the father, when they showed the two, pictures, and it looked like the latter of the pictures that he had taken, that he looked a little different and older, a thinner and everything. I was thinking, well, damn, you think he might have an uncle and that's his twin brother? I was wondering why the mom has never been brought up too. That was strange. Like I said, it's some strange stuff happening with that case. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Alize Martin. Appreciate you stopping down. You have a great day too. Yeah, it's just a lot going on with this story, y'all. And once the rabbit hole goes so deep, I back off. It's just like too much. I don't want to become too invested. But you often wonder, why are all these young girls missing? And they're around the same age. Y'all notice that they the same age? I just was... God, did y'all hear about the young girl, the homecoming? Well, no, she wasn't a homecoming. She was a cheerleader, 16 years old, a girl who she probably had some type of beef. The mother said she had been bullying with the girl. The girl murdered her when they were celebrating the parade, stabbed her to death. Shit is just getting crazy out here. It's just getting real crazy. We have to really be vigilant, watching our surroundings and praying. We really do, you guys. This world is getting darker and darker, and they are trying to distract us. They're trying to distract us from what's really going on in this world. And it's kind of easy to do because we get so invested in shit that really shouldn't matter to us. that we lose focus of things that what should matter to us. And that's why I really want to really get big with this crime scene. I have another channel, but I won't announce it here. I'm just doing my work over there too. So I'm in both places. But Rita, let me go back to you answer my questions. Tony, he didn't want to speak on her at all and says she's not in the picture. Yeah, I told you it's some weird stuff. So listen. And it's a possibility, y'all. Let's not think it's too far-fetched in what I'm about to say. Is it a possibility that her mom's not in the picture and she's real close to her dad, and her dad could possibly be one of those P words, and he looked like he was so comfortable hanging out with her and her girlfriend. He may think he's young and perhaps he's into the game with those girls. The game, I didn't say a game. He could be into the game with those girls. And like I said, they went there for work. They heard about that place was popping. You can make a lot of money. She was about her bag along with her friends, and they went there and the unthinkable happened. Yeah, I think it's possible, Tony. It's some weird shit going on here. Do you think we'll ever find out the answer, Rita and Tony? Because I know y'all been following the case. You think we'll ever find out the answer to what's really going on, or do you think it'll be a cold case? Yeah, they say he was dating one of the friends. Yeah, you've been following this girl. Yeah, they say he was dating one of the friends, and just the way he was hugged up with that younger girl, it was like, he might be a little P, and he probably out there with them. Yeah, get the bag. You know what them hustlers and pimps be saying? Get the bag. I got you, baby. And he was somewhere and said, okay, go ahead. You go make the bag, and she didn't come back. And now his ass is feeling sorry. He regretting that. I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, y'all, it's a weird one. I don't know. Like I said, I will continue to follow Ratchet Blackberry. I will continue to follow Ratchet. I think he delivers good content and is good entertainment. Now whether he tells all truth and factual, no, that's not how the game goes. That's not how entertainment goes. You believe everything we see on television is truthful? You think every news report is truthful or factual? Hell no. That's what they do. That's what keep them in business. I think the brother is doing a good job over there, and let him continue to do him. And I do support him, Blackberry. It's him. They need to bring down the questions on him. Yeah, exactly. I think so too, Rita. I really think so. That dude got something tricky going on there. They do need to slam him with questions. I don't know. Because if he keep pretending, and this allegedly, I don't know. But even if he do have something to do with it and he's pretending, he's keeping them off of him. But when the investigators investigate, they investigate it all. I don't know if we gonna get closure to this, you guys. I think it may be like this Alexis Ware story. That shit went down the rabbit hole. I just said, let me leave this alone. This stuff will drive you crazy trying to play a detective. I ain't no detective, so I can't play one either. But I know I will have some choice questions for some of these people that I think are suspects. Yeah, his answers didn't make sense. Not only that, why would you get off that man's platform and start sending him threats and cussing him out? And Ratchet takes a chance because I think he digs so deep, and perhaps he is popping people that they want to come after him. But he said this ain't his first threat. He get threats all the time. I don't know where that brother lived, but they say he get threats all the time. So he ain't worried about it. I can't worry about it. I just said, bro, do you make your money? If that's the way you make it, like I said, I personally like him. Well, Rita, I'm glad you following my little stories. I got another one. Rita, I'm going to get, that's what I didn't understand. He went crazy on the man. But why? Did he go crazy on the man because he saw that Ratchet was on to him and was about to expose him. That's the only thing I could think, because he never disrespected him or his daughter that whole time. So I'm thinking he's probably know that Ratchet is on to him by the way Ratchet was talking, and want to get him up off of him by sending him threats, thinking that Ratchet would back down. But I think the more you threaten Ratchet, it looks like me, the deeper he digs. Yeah, I'm glad you're on the Ratchet TV media. I like him. And I was looking for him to come on last night, and he didn't. So I had to, really stay over here in this bullshit and watch some of this until I fell asleep, because I normally watch him at 9:30 and go to bed. He sure didn't told people to support him. Yeah, he did. Told him to support his GoFundMe. I think those GoFundMes, y'all, are becoming a big scam, though. I really do. Everything is a GoFundMe. I would suggest to people, and I don't know people's finances, and you never know when we hit hard times. That's why I don't make fun of people hitting hard times or being, less fortunate than I am, because shit can happen to us at any day. But I think people need to start getting insurance for their children. Even their adult children, they should get insurance for, because you don't want to have to depend on a community to help you, a GoFundMe. And so now everybody is turning to GoFundMe, and we're not sure if people are legitly using the money for what they say they go use the money for. So I'm real leery about giving GoFundMe, giving money to GoFundMe unless I know the person, unless I really know the person. Being on here has made me a little more suspicious of a lot of things, you guys, because we have seen a lot on social media and in this area as well, and it makes you a little suspicious of, and even when people have good intentions, people could turn that shit around and make it, you had good intentions, but they made it for bad, But I'm about to get off of here. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you, Rita, Tony. I think is that Elise or Alize Martin. Thank you. I appreciate everyone for joining me. I'm about to wrap it up, though. This was, normally I stay on an hour, so this was pretty good because I had good engagement. I appreciate it, too. Yesterday I did a live. It was what? 3 people over here, me and Diva, or we got to 5, but that's okay. Because I'm not here for the numbers. I'm here for the long haul. And I'll make numbers in my time doing me. Like I said, I'm not going to click up. I'm not going to gang up. I ain't going to get all these alliances and run from place to place just to get numbers, because I'm above that type of shit. And it is what it is. You could cuss me out. You could talk about me. You could lay away from me. You could do what you want. But I'm not about that shit, dragging people. Nah. I'm not about that. That Roe versus Wade shit, I knew that was going to happen, you guys. I knew that was going to happen. I knew they was going to overturn that. You know what? Everything they do, the government and people with power, is always methodically done and is for a reason. And most of the time, it is to I could say it is to affect us, people of color, not so much them, the ones making the decision. Anything they do is to really affect us, to destroy us, people of color. Now, you may not thank you, MJ. That's what I think. That's why I'm trying to do it, baby. I'm trying. You may not think so, but it is. It will affect us in the long run. And they know exactly what they're doing. And that's why they overturned the Roe versus Wade. Let me see exactly. And then he was saying somebody was telling him how to move like he was leaving, just to turn around and say he was staying. Yeah, that dude was weird. I don't know. All that stuff is weird. Exactly, Miss T. This page gonna blow in due time. It's real content. That bullshit not gonna last. It gives me a headache. That's why I left. Yeah, I get a little bit overwhelmed. I just think that it could, anywhere we go on social media, I remember in college I did a paper on social media. It was years ago, and how the computer was going to be a double-edged sword. And I was arguing the point of how it would affect us in a negative adverse, And so I said, you know what? It's good, but it's really going to be bad. And it was hard to try to actually state my case, argue my point, because it has so many good points about social media and the internet. It was just the internet. And then it has so many bad points about it. It's like a 50-50 when it deals with the internet and social media. You have good points and bad points, but a lot of this stuff is very toxic. And when we take it into our body and consume it all the time, we become it. I don't give a shit what nobody say, you guys. They can't make me think different. When you consume toxic mess all day, you become a toxic person. There's no way around it. It builds who you are. That's just like your environment create who you are. It's the same thing on social media. That's why I have to take a break. I like going deep into crime cases and love the new direction you're talking. Thank you so much. Well, you guys join me back. And like I said, if I run a clip, I don't know if I said it earlier, if I run a clip about some type of crime story, I'm going to talk about it on my off day. Okay? And so you guys try to join me so we could have some panel discussions, and we ourselves could play detectives. We just have to be careful on what we say and how we say things to protect us. And that's all. But we too could be trying to dig in these cases and see, because we know some stuff is not right with some of these cases that I talk about. All right. With that, for real, Rita, you are keeping me here, and I love and miss you, my dear. But I have to go. But I was so glad to see you, Rita. It's always a pleasure. MJAK as well, you guys. So I got to get out here. Let me run my little story. Rita, I'm glad you're doing okay, dear. How's baby Jay and the rest of the kids? You guys doing okay? Mm-hmm. I know, that's why I said I have to just keep coming on, and just follow, what I'm doing, and I'll be all right. I'll grow organically, even though we all share a lot of the content creators share a lot of subbies. No other subbies are dropping down and other people are coming. So I'll be all right. I'll grow in God's timing, right? Good. I'm doing good too. Rita, I'm going to come up there, and I think you said, and we going to hit that casino, and we going to kick that casino, but I'm sick of them kicking my butt down here. And in Baltimore. I mean, not Baltimore. I go up to Maryland Live. But last time I was at your casino around your way, Rita, it was so dead. I didn't like it. I felt like I wasn't going to win. I was up there for competition, And I was like, oh, I walked in there. It was like so dead. Maybe it was the time of the day. I said, man, I ain't going to win shit in here. And I didn't. And the good thing that I was going in between my granddaughter competing, because I didn't spend a lot of money. Because I had to get back. I Ubered there from the competition and Ubered back. But I hope to meet you, Rita. I really do. Perhaps we could go out and have some lunch and go play some casino. Okay? That's up to you. You could trust me, Rita, man. You could trust me. I'm going to use this one because I keep getting a strike. If your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it out. If your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it out. Speak life and wisdom into your princess and your princes. They are a joint heir. They are a future. They looking to inherit something other than mess, drama, and stress and bills. They looking for a legacy. So I hope we are continuing to try to build generational wealth to leave a legacy to our loved ones who's looking for us to do just that. As always, be a blessing, never a bother. It doesn't take much. A simple hello, how are you? Hey, you got on a nice hat. You have a beautiful smile. Can I buy that cup of coffee for you? Look, I'll hold that door. Here's a little change. Buy you some lunch on me. I love that hat you have on. It doesn't take much, you guys, to bless someone. You guys really blessed me today by coming into my live and engaging. That was a blessing to me. And you made me aware that when I come down here, I still have support and I'm still known as Mz.Teavalocity. With that being said, you guys have a blessed day. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Okay, Rita, I got you, baby. Peace.